What danger did you remove before your child ever knew it was there? When my daughter Ava was in 7th grade, she started changing. Not the usual teenage stuff, this was different. She stopped drawing, something she loved. She barely spoke at dinner. She started flinching when we hugged her. Her grades dropped from A's to D's in weeks. When I asked what was wrong, she said, "I just don't feel safe at school." I pressed for details. She wouldn't say more. Only that her counseling sessions made her feel worse. That confused me. Ava never had counseling before. I called the school, and they said Ava was part of a new peer accountability program run by a substitute counselor named Mr. Hensley. He wasn't a licensed therapist, just someone with motivational coaching experience. Red flag. I scheduled a meeting. Mr. Hensley was all smiles and buzzwords. "Your daughter struggles with boundaries," he said. "We're helping her build resilience through structured feedback." What he meant by feedback was something Ava later confessed in tears. He'd isolate kids during lunch, have them sit in a circle while other students listed their flaws. The session would end with Mr. Hensley assigning them punishment affirmations they had to repeat daily. Things like, "I am weak, but I will improve," or "Failure is part of who I am." My husband wanted to go straight to the school and raise hell. I told him to wait. I needed proof. I started by contacting other parents. 4 of them had kids who'd withdrawn from school mid-semester. All cited mental health issues but never mentioned Hensley by name. When I brought him up, they got quiet. One mom finally said, "My son came home with a split lip. He told me Mr. Hensley said pain builds strength." I reached out to Ava's teacher and asked if she could discreetly share any student journal entries related to the program. She sent me a scanned page from a girl named Riley. It read, "If I cry again, I get the dark room. Hensley says I deserve silence." That was all I needed. I forwarded everything to a journalist friend of mine who worked at the local paper. She interviewed 3 students anonymously and filed a story. Unlicensed motivator runs underground shame program in middle school. The article dropped on a Tuesday. By Wednesday, Hensley was on leave. By Friday, the district held an emergency press conference, but that wasn't enough for me. At the next school board meeting, I brought Ava and 3 other students who'd been part of the program. Each read a short statement about what they'd endured. You could hear people crying in the audience. One board member threw up. The superintendent, red-faced and shaking, announced Hensley's immediate termination and a full investigation. It turned out Hensley had been fired from a previous school for unconventional discipline tactics, but was rehired due to a paperwork error. That error cost kids their safety. Now, I volunteer on the district hiring committee. Every new adult that enters that school goes through background checks, interviews, and reference calls twice. And Ava, she draws again. She's healing, slowly, but on her terms.